Welcome back to another Weiss Schwarz Market update for December 18th, 2022. For all you procrastinators out there, as myself, the holidays are coming up. You have 1 week till Christmas to buy your loved ones any sort of present. I have bought zero at this point, and I will tell you if anybody is looking to buy me something, I do love SRs and I do love triple rares. Just a hint. Anyways, we have a few things to talk about today. This video will not be edited in any sort of way. At the end of this video, I will be doing my holiday giveaway thanks to people that use my TCG player link. Because of that, I tried to show you that I don't rig it in any sort of way. I'm not going to re-record a video because this video is going to be really long. The results are what it is, and there you are. Just there we go. Because of that, I'm going to be stumbling through things. You're going to see me talking and stopping as I think about what I'm about to say. So that is what's going to happen in this video. Again, thank you to the people that use my TCG player link. Few things to go over. We got 7 Deadly Sins Revival, the Commandments giveaway by Weiss Schwarz. We have Azur Lane first day pricing. 7 Deadly Sins first day pricing as well. First weekend pricing. And then lastly, we have that giveaway that I told you about that I will be doing. Okay, first up is 7 Deadly Sins Revival of the Commandments giveaway campaign. This is sponsored by Weiss Schwarz. As you can see that right here, you go out onto the Weiss Schwarz page, get to this and read all of these nice informations and terms and conditions. You have 2 ways to participate: by going to Facebook, by going to Twitter. You have until December 22nd, 2022 to do this at nighttime. No, not nighttime. It's actually that's weird. 11:59 a.m. Pacific time. That is when you have to do this. Okay, so you roughly have 4 days to do this. Do it. Do it. It's a booster box. Why not? Okay, trial deck. Azur Lane. Azur Lane came out for Japan on December 16th, 2022. So roughly 2 days ago. There were 4 trial decks that you could have bought. In a case of 48, there were 2 SPs inside of it. Every trial deck that I've heard of that didn't have the SP in it had triple rares in it. Okay, so there was 4 SPs. And the reason I'm bringing this up is you could go out to Amiami and buy a case of this. As you can see right here, Sakura Empire actually is still available for 8,200 a display, or if you bought a case of that, that would be 65,600 yen. All these prices, as you see right here, are in yen. So we're going to go 1-for-1 on yen. And I'm going to show you this. This is Yuyutei. So that Excel sheet that I just had up, I haven't done that in a while. I feel actually pretty nice, nostalgic about having an Excel sheet with numbers on it. We have Yuyutei pricing. So you can see 89,800 yen, which if you remember the case price, 65,600. This card itself pays for the entire case. There were 2 SPs inside of a case. You get where I'm going with this. As you can see, a lot of this is sold out. Even though this says 89,800, is the price 89,800 or higher than that? We don't know, but we use this as a base number. Okay, so what I did here was I put all of that information into this fancy Excel sheet. So we have all the girls, all their nice looking cards. This almost looks like it goes together, but it doesn't. And I wanted to see how much this was. If you bought a case of this at 65,600, how much money did you make? Because at the end of the day, some people were in this for the IP, some people were in this for the girls, and other people wanted to take this, grade it, or possibly grade it and flip this sucker. So you could see all of that. The other thing was, as I sat here doing this is no joke, I've always said Mrs. B has some very high taste, really expensive taste. And you know me, as I talked about it, where people liked, let's say, Asuna and SAO, I was more of a Sinon person, or, you know, like I like Lifa. That was what I like. People like Bang Dream. They might want a Lisa. They might want a Yukina. I wanted an Arisa, which for me always meant that I got to pay lower amounts for my SP cards. I was very thrilled about that. And in this sense, I had a little game going on. to see where Mrs. B, what card she would pick. She knows nothing about anime. Really, she doesn't really watch any. And you know me, I watch anime, but I haven't watched Azur Lane. I watched one episode. I stopped there, not because I didn't like it. It was just because you could see I'm making videos on anime. I don't have time right now to watch the series for this. Okay, so right away, this is Eagle Union. We have Laffy at 89,800. Pretty expensive. All these plus signs denote that this is sold out on Yuyutei, okay? I didn't write that here, but this is what the plus signs mean. So it is 89,800 currently showing, but that plus sign means it could be more because it's sold out. Your lowest of the group was San Diego. I actually do like San Diego. She does look like a lot of fun, but my choice in the end, I chose Baltimore, coming in at 49,800, and then you have Enterprise there, same pricing as well. So the average that you got here for an SP is 51,000. If you get two of them, you can do the math. We end up with over 100,000 yen. With the case price being 65,600, you made a bunch of money, and you still have trial decks if you were to able to get the SPs in some kind of early fashion, right? So Azur Lane is pretty expensive. I think there was a lot of interest from people overseas. Do I think it's coming to English at some point? Yes, I do. I do not doubt that in my mind at this point. You could see how many people actually purchased it outside of Japan. And because of that, we even though this is for trial decks, we've at this point had multiple trial decks that people are willing to buy. And this is just another one that they can add onto that list. Right? So I think if Bushy Road wants to make money, you release Azur Lane in English. It doesn't make any sense not to. Even people bought Rebirth for You just to collect this IP, just to get these cards. So if it worked for Rebirth for You, if it worked for Weiss Schwarz Japan release, why wouldn't it work for English? I think there's going to be a lot of interest, especially seeing what these cards look like at this point. Royal Navy, my favorite from here was Warspite. I liked it. It reminded me of an Arisa type. You can really tell a lot by a person picking like the same characters over and over again. My wife liked the second highest, which would have been Javelin. Right? She did like Javelin on this one. And Javelin. There's Javelin. She really liked the fancy dresses. And I guess that plays into the whole expensive taste there. So Javelin is 49,800. Warspite 34,800 overall. You can see Illustrious was the biggest one, 69,800. Average 51,000, matched the Eagle Union one average. And yeah, you're still making money from this one too. Crazy, right? It's pretty crazy. So Sakura Empire, my favorite was Takao. And we have my wife picking the most expensive one, Ayanami. 69,800. That does look really cool, actually. That sword looks pretty awesome. So this is your lowest of the 4 trial decks, which is pretty crazy to say, being that this is the lowest and the average is 46,000 for an SP. If you double that, you still are higher than that 65,000. If you end up like potentially getting like 2 of the same SPs, I know someone was showing on Facebook Global that they had 2 of the same SPs of this Prince one. They had 2 of them, and people were like, "Did you get it from the same case?" That person didn't answer. But potentially, if you ended up getting 2 of the same SP, even though the lowest is 34,800, that's still higher than 65. You see what I mean by this? This is one of those ones where it's pretty nuts that all the SPs, I would say, outside of one, actually 2. So we have the San Diego, and under Iron Blood, the U96. If you ended up with 2 of them, okay, now you're lower. But everything else, if you were on average getting some of these nicer, more expensive ones, then yeah, it's you made money. It's pretty nuts that you have a set that does that. So again, Iron Blood didn't do this one yet. Z23 was my wife's favorite here. That would be 59,800. Myself, I picked Bismarck. Liked her. Reminded. I almost want to say, I don't want to say she's generic, but she reminds me of like some character from D side. There's a lot of characters that almost has the same feel and kind of same look. U96 was the lowest one, 24,800, and still available actually. In the end, average 61,000 multiplied by 2. That was pretty expensive. And if you somehow ended up with 2 in a case, that was pretty nuts. You made out pretty well there. So, will this ever come to English? I think so. When? I have no clue, but you would be pretty crazy if you were on Bushy Roadside and not put this out, seeing how these cards look this way. Will some of them get censored? I don't think, like looking at the trial deck anyways, like these SPs that I have in front of me, I haven't looked through all the trial deck cards or anything like that. I didn't scroll through them. Just looking at these cards, I don't see anything that would be censored at this point, knowing what we have with Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Okay, so that takes care of that one. So trial deck, it came out. Booster box comes out this Friday, and how well is it going to do? I think it should do pretty well. I don't know all the different signature cards from this box, but there are a lot of cards. 140 type of normal cards, 140 foil parallel ones to match with that. With those kind of sets, there normally is 3 foils per booster box. 4 SECs, 39 SPs, triple rares 18, and SR 79. Even though those sound scary, the nice ones are normally the SRs and triple rares because, well, at least the SRs. When you look back at quintessential quintuplets, you will actually see some SRs that are under $2. There's a fair amount of them. So when you have sets like this that are pretty popular and they have a huge amount of SRs, there's going to be a bunch of them that are cheap to pick up. And like I said, I do like SRs and triple rares. If you're on a budget and you wanted a nice shiny card of your favorite character but can't afford the SP, I think SRs are a really nice way to go. Some of them actually do end up looking better than the SPs, minus the no signature part. So there are 15 double rares, so your playsets should be more expensive than on normal because you're not going to be able to make the same amount of playsets out of them. Just keep that in mind when you do it. And the cards, they look just as great here on the SPs as well. I don't see anything that I'm going to be like, oh my god, I don't want this, or this is terrible. I will say, I think someone said, I don't know if it was an SP or just a base rarity card. I, again, don't know anything about this anime. One episode doesn't make me an expert. Someone was saying that the cards made them look a little, made them feel a little uncomfortable because some of them look like little kids. And I don't know ages or anything of this. So hopefully that's not a real actual issue. As in like, one of them's like 10 years old or something and kind of like dressed this way. And so that would be the only drawback to that when it comes to that set. So Azur Lane, that's it. That's all my thoughts on it. I feel like this should be coming out one day, seeing the popularity of it and the art that we have on it. Next one is 7 Deadly Sins, Revival of the Commandments. This came out on Friday. This was an English exclusive. It should be English exclusive, right? Because this didn't come out for JP. The set 1 didn't come out for JP. And our rarity distribution here, 100 type of cards, 110 type of cards. We have 6 SP and 7 Deadly Sin rares. You know how I feel on these stamps. I do not like them. What people are saying they got in their case was 2 SPs and 3 Deadly Sin rares. So at least it's a decent amount of hits, I guess you could say, per case. You got 4 of these rubber play mats, and I do like it. I like Hawk just peeking up right here. Booster boxes currently are $57.97, so it is following the current trajectory of most booster boxes, and they're heading downwards. It was like $73 at some point. Now we're down here in near 58. SPs, I think your biggest one is going to be your Escanor. It seems like it's the most sought after. Remember, when I show you TCG Player, keep in mind there is always eBay, there's always Mercari, there's those Facebook groups that I always mention, that and Discord that people go and buy from. When you go out to Weiss Schwarz Global, I've seen people ask for certain SPs. Escanor, I thought, was the biggest one. People are looking for that for $250 to $275. People have been purchasing it for $275 and $250. So even though there are no sales here at the $499.99 on TCG Player, there are people buying it. If people are seeking this card at 275, you may be able to sell it for 300, 325. But right now on TCG Player, this does look too expensive. Some of these other cards follow in line with being as too expensive at this point. I do like them. I do like, let me just click on, we got here Escanor. I like this different color signature that we have going on here. I was always a fan of that. I do like that. I like other than gold. So when we got the silver ones, I didn't mind it so much. People thought it was like trash because it's like a second edition with silver. Depending on the actual card itself, the color is matches up with how it actually should look. You know, it complements the card. I think they should do it more often. If you really want to denote a second edition, just slap second edition on there if you really want to, or a reprint or something like that. But I think they should really focus on to make the cards more beautiful looking. Let's try different colors to complement the actual card. I think that's cool. We have these Deadly Sin rares that I don't like foil stamps on it. I just don't. And this is what we have here. At least we got their symbols, which I think that is really cool. You know, the stuff that's tattooed onto their body. So we have Escanor. I show Escanor because, again, we didn't have Escanor from set 1 because he wasn't really in season 1. So now that he shows up, I do like this card. I like the actual art on here that we got going on. Some of the other arts I didn't like too much. Like, I know this is how he looks, right? But it just doesn't seem... This is how he looks, right? It just doesn't seem proportional. Like, I like this version from the side view going on here. That looks really good to me. And then we also have Merlin that really didn't show up all that much in set 1 as well. I wish that we had different art to choose from there. But you can see the reason why I'm showing you this price here, this Escanor, $99.99. If you go out here to the good people at Strictly Broken, they do have cards for sale. I am not sponsored again by Strictly Broken. I haven't even talked to them. But the reason why I show this is some people use this site as a price guide. You know, JKTCG is gone. We have Strictly Broken here. And what you see out here, just with that Escanor, $49.99, which means this $99.99 is priced way too high. It should be coming down. Normally, it is Strictly Broken higher than everywhere else. That's how it always goes because they use their pricing as a guide. Based on this, they're either way too low or everybody else is way too high. And that's just because nobody knows where to price it at this point. It's always fun watching these exclusive sets coming out. So just watch out for that. Escanor here, $499.99 sold out. Not sure how many they had. I didn't look. I looked today. This is the first time I'm looking at their website since 7 Deadly Sins came out. So not a clue how many sold at $499 if it was priced at $499, but it is gone at this point. We have these super rares, which, interesting enough, the two super rares that are more expensive out of, like the most expensive out of all of them, are the two ladies that we got. We got Derriere, and then we got Melascula. I do love Derriere and Monspeed. They're part of the season. I enjoyed that. They had like a good storyline there. I also like the one with Zhivago and Bon and Jericho in it. I like that one. That was really cool. So why I'm showing you this is, again, you could come out here on Strictly Broken and see what sold out. So out of the SRs, right, let me just, out of everything here, what we have, Escanor sold out, the SP. And what are the other ones that sold out? Oh, the two girls from the 10 Commandments, Derriere and Melascula. They had it at $3.99. That across the board, you can see the 10 Commandments. Outside of Raujin are $3.99. This is the only one that's at $6. Maybe that's playability of the card. I don't know. Again, I'm not a player, so leave that to the people that do that. But other than that, yeah, Melascula and Fraudrin were above that $3.99. So sold out, girls sold out, girls sold out. So matches what we have here on TCG Player, that those two cards are the more expensive ones. Everybody else, not really any sort of buying going on here. Okay, here's Jericho. Jericho Passionate, there you go. You know, there's a Jericho card for you. And then we have Zhivago. I do like him. Okay, so triple rares, they are expensive. They are $16 or $15, and no one bought them out here. You can go again, take a look at Strictly Broken to compare and see where this is all headed. You could use that as a, I will say, you either just buy straight from Strictly Broken or wait for other people to match their prices. But you could, and again, they could just be too low of a price, or they're right and everybody needs to come down. So you can play that game, try to figure out the when you should be buying. I did pick up. I forgot to tell everybody. I didn't realize this, but on Friday was TCG player bonus bucks. I got so used to that. It's always going to be subscribers. They had it for everybody at 8%. I went on there very last minute, like in the last 10 minutes. I bought some SRs, I bought some triple rares. So I was lucky enough to figure that out at the very end of the promotion and pick up some SRs and triple rares. So double rares, I don't think most people really know which direction they're headed for. For me, if I were to play this, I do want to pick up some Ten Commandment cards. I mentioned the other video. I was disappointed on the lack of diversity on the cards for Ten Commandments. It's basically you're headed down one path, and that's just because of the amount of cards. And even then, if you go back and look at this, there was 110 cards in here. I don't think that was enough, given that they were trying to give support to Ten Commandments. They were or introduce the Ten Commandments anyways. You have Holy Night cards as well. You got our Deadly Sins as in here too. So there's so many groups that I feel like a couple more cards would have been very nice to choose from to give a little bit more depth to some of the other groups out there. So Ten Commandments, this is a very nice card for Zeldris. Outside of that, you have to pick up Gloxinia and Droll in the rare slot. So that's why I'm like, there's not really as much depth there. I mean, you could add probably some other people into a Ten Commandments deck, but I pretty much want it all to be Ten Commandments in there. But the biggest one we got right now is Elizabeth, Trust in the Promise. Here is Elizabeth on Strictly Broken, $7.99. We have her on TCG Player, $9.49. Get my point. Make sure to compare. Outside of that, this doesn't look out very good. You have cards, 6 listings, and the double rare price is $4, right? So what does that tell you? Normally, it's like we have 20 something listings and that's the price for it. We have 6 listing of Escanor and we're at $4. I mean, it looks ugly unless someone comes up with this crazy deck, super powerful, proves itself, and what happened like Tokyo Avengers, people are going to buy a crazy amount of the cards. Okay, so I definitely see that happening. If anybody is a really, I guess, I'm not trying to insult anybody, like an intelligent player, really good at making decks. Yeah, I mean, this is a perfect time because if you can figure it out, something that can actually win tournaments, this is your chance to just buy up all the cards. And when people go and see that that deck did really well, have to pay that price, and that's what happened with Tokyo Avengers, right? Same thing here. If these things are already this low and you can figure it out, you have a good way to make money. So good on the people that can make decks, right? That's pretty awesome. And then with the rares, nothing crazy here, right? You see these 50 cents normally, Escanor 159, Meliodas $1. I just want to show all these just to give a little bit of if anything like happens like the Tokyo Avengers, you could see these cards were all the way down there. 20 cents on the uncommons, which is really normal. Commons 10 cents and under, yeah, 10 cents. Promo cards, Escanor being your biggest one, 229. I don't see any of the foil cards popping up here yet. So it's fun. It's nice to see that. The reason is because people, sellers, some stores and sellers have been opening it and selling it, but you can see right here, there's none showing down here at this point, which is really nice. Okay, this is it. We're finally here. We're on giveaway time. Holiday entry. So, well, actually, let me go back. 7 Deadly Sins. Let me wrap up 7 Deadly Sins. 7 Deadly Sins. It's going to be fun to watch. We'll see if someone comes up with this awesome deck. We'll see these cards, I would imagine, coming down because of the strictly broken prices. And as more people open it, we'll see if more people are actually opening this stuff to bring it down. Or or this is it. I know there's gonna be more people opening. There's gonna be more videos on it. I just don't see this stuff right here versus Azur Lane. It's not even close comparison between the hype of it. We don't really have a lot going on with Weiss Schwarz products coming out, right? There's nothing very fancy. We got Bang Dream Girls Band Party Cheering Collection. We got reprints of Trial decks. We got Kaguya with no actual signatures on it. We got power-up sets for stuff we didn't get reprints of. And then we got Data Live. Data Live is the first more interesting one coming up. It has signatures, but that's not until March. And then you have Bang Dream 5th anniversary in April, which how many people got burned on sellers got burned on Bang Dream. And then finally after that, Sword Art Online with signatures on it. So I think for people that wanted to save, budget their money coming up, you're in a perfect time period here. But okay, now going back, holiday entry. Number 4 was on this video. Why I'm showing you this is because these holiday giveaways, any of the giveaways that I do, is sponsored by people clicking this link. If you click this link, it takes you to TCG Player. You buy anything out here. You purchase anything out here, a portion of that money comes back to me, which I use for giveaways. So again, if you want these giveaways to keep on going, if you're going to buy anything from TCG Player, please save my link, use it, and then I can keep this going. Because without you, I can't do it. Overall, I collected $100 over the past 3 months, which I will be giving away to you all now. What I'm going to be doing, here are the list of people. There were 4 entries, and here are all of you on this giant wheel, and I'm going to be spinning this wheel. There will be 10 winners. What I wanted to do with this holiday giveaway was I wanted to give the most amount of gift cards I can so that you can pick up something nice, right? The SRs that I was talking about, the triple rares I was talking about, what I ended up getting, all of them but one was under $10. So there are some really nice cards out there. So I'm going to be giving out 10 gift cards of $10 for TCG Player. Again, I had $100. I thought that was a nice way to do it. That way, you all can pick up some nice card, or maybe even trial decks, because trial decks, there's some out there for under $10, just so that you can have, and it's a nice little, I guess, holiday kind of gift to yourself. From me, from people that used my link, okay? So hopefully you are going to do that. If you do win one of these, let me know what you buy. It's always cool to see what you pick up. Hey, so how this wheel works, if you've never seen it, is I will spin it 2 times. The reason I spin it 2 times as a practice is so you know this wheel actually worked. It's not rigged in any way. I took all the names, copy and pasted, and then on the 3rd spin, that is when the winners are going to be pulled. So I always apologize to the first 2 people that it lands on, because that's practice. It doesn't count. But I need to prove to you that this wheel actually works. So I'm going to shuffle this list. You can see it here. And that seems good to me. So I'm going to spin it. Again, good luck. And again, thank you to the people that use my link. So I'm going to just mark the winners over here so that I can actually make sure I counted to 10. So spin 1, 2 don't count. Everything after that, 10 winners do count. All right, good luck to everybody. And again, this is practice number 1. That's practice 1, doesn't count. Your name is still on the list, you see that? So spin number 2. Spin number 2 does not count. Okay, from here, there you go. I'm going to show you your name is still there. Everyone, first 10 win a $10 gift card, okay? Good luck, good luck, good luck. I do like doing these. It's a lot of fun. So who do we get first? Firely. Congratulations. Let me just type in there. I will remove you from this list. Obviously, you're only going to be able to win ones, okay? And Audrey Sampson. Audrey always told me that there is no such thing as luck. And here you go. You won 3 in a row at this point, Audrey. So I removed Audrey. Good luck to everybody else. Suck. Congratulations. Remove all instances. I can't wait to get my SRs. They look really, really nice. Wolfsong, you finally won! Even with me for so long, Wolfsong, I am very happy that you won. Every time we had this, I was like, oh, please be the day for... I always hope... The reason why I'm doing 10 of these is because I really want people that haven't won in the past to actually win. So it's really cool to see new names on this list. Carnival, congratulations. I really do like seeing new people win, so always nice to have them, people that have been around for like ever, to actually win something. User guy, congratulations. Multiple time winner, I've seen. We're at 6, so 4 more. Bear, oh look at this block. Solid block by Bear. It was fate. Bear wasn't gonna lose that one. Good luck. 3 more people. I don't know why Carnival's on here twice. So Harry, I removed the instances, but I think it's because your name was lowercase. That's why you're showing up on here like twice. So again, you can't win more than once. 2 more people. Vincent, congratulations. And last winner here, so good luck to all of you. Cole Porter 669, congratulations. And that would be 10. So congratulations everybody again. Thank you for spending your year with me. This is not like a holiday end of year wrap up. I really wanted it to be, but because I wanted you to have this enough time to go out there, buy it, and have it for the holidays. We'll do that in the future. But again, thank you to all the people that participated in this, that watched my videos, that actually use my TCG player link. You know, it makes this possible, and it's really cool to be able to give back to you and get your thoughts on certain things. So congratulations. What is going to happen here is I'm going to put this video out. You have 1 week, which actually lands on Christmas, which is kind of messed up. But you have 1 week to get back to me by emailing me. And if you do not email me before then, you forfeit your prize. And the people that are still left on this list will be rolling for your prize. Okay, so if you do not write back, you forfeit your prize. What is going to happen is I'm going to put this video up. I'm not going to write in any comments that the person won, because normally when I put these videos up, people write back to me before doing that, and I don't really want to write 10 people and tell them that they won. If by the end of day 1 they don't write me back, and then I'll start hunting them down and trying to do that. So if you need to know where to write me, here is my email address. You need to email me right here, seniorbigb@gmail.com. You need to email me there. You need to tell me your YouTube username, and you need to tell me your number that you put in this survey. Those need to match so that I can prove who you are. If you do not have that information, I'm going to make you write something goofy on one of my old videos, because that way you're the only one that would actually be doing that. Okay, so there's going to be something like that, just if you can't remember your number. So again, congratulations to the winners, which is right here, these people. Congratulations. Let me know what you spend that on. But that is everything. As always, have fun, be happy, and don't spend anything outside your budget. I gotta go do the Pokemon Community Day. It's been a lot of fun. I got a lot of shinies yesterday. I didn't count how many. Anyways, that's it. Have a good one. See ya.